The studio lights gleamed brighter than ever that night. The audience roared in excitement as Jimmy Fallon walked onto the stage, grinning from ear to ear. "Ladies and gentlemen," he announced, "tonight we've got a wild one for you. Please welcome, Mark Wahlberg and Kim Kardashian." The audience exploded into applause as Mark Wahlberg, wearing a casual gray hoodie and his signature confident smirk, stepped onto the stage. Moments later, Kim Kardashian, in a sleek white dress and diamond earrings that shimmered under the lights, glided onto the set, waving to the fans with that polished Hollywood grace. Jimmy clapped his hands. Okay, this is going to be epic. You guys ready for a little game of password?" Mark chuckled. "Jimmy, I'm ready. But I have a feeling Kim's gonna play some mind games." Kim smirked back. "Oh, trust me, Mark. I've been watching this game. I know exactly how to win." The studio buzzed with laughter. The band played a quick drum roll as Fallon explained the rules. For anyone watching at home who doesn't know how this works, Mark and Kim will each team up with a contestant from our audience. They'll take turns giving one-word clues to help their partner guess the secret password. The team with the most correct answers wins bragging rights and a golden mic trophy. The camera panned to the audience, where two fans, Lisa, a teacher from Ohio, and Jared, a college student from New York, were chosen to play alongside their celebrity teammates. "Mark, you're with Lisa," Fallon said. "Kim, you've got Jared." They all took their positions behind the bright blue and red podiums, the glowing screen in the middle flashing the first password word, "workout." Jimmy covered the monitor with his hand. "Okay, Mark, you go first. Give your clue." Mark grinned. "Gym." Lisa thought for a moment. "Weights." The buzzer sounded. "Ooh, close," Jimmy said, leaning forward. Kim took her turn. She looked at Jared with total confidence. "Sweat." Jared snapped his fingers. "Workout." Ding ding ding. The audience erupted in cheers. Kim clapped, flashing the triumphant smile. "See, Mark. Easy." Mark laughed, shaking his head. All right, let's go again." The next word appeared, "selfie." Jimmy smirked. "Kim, this one's basically your word." Kim rolled her eyes playfully. "Don't jinx me." Mark went first this time. "Camera." Lisa guessed, "photo." The buzzer sounded again. Kim tilted her head, giving a dramatic pause. "Mirror." Jared grinned instantly. "Selfie." The audience cheered again. Kim threw her hands in the air. "Okay, I'm crushing this." Mark feigned frustration. "Come on, Jimmy, this game's rigged." "Not my fault, Kim's a social media queen," Fallon joked. By the third round, the energy in the room was electric. The next password, Boston. Jimmy winked. "Oh, I think Mark's got this one." Mark's eyes lit up. He looked at Lisa and said confidently, "Home." Lisa blinked. "Family." The buzzer blared again. Kim leaned forward. "Tea party." Jared hesitated. "Revolution." "Nope." Mark smirked. "Accent." Lisa gasped. "Boston." Finally, the audience roared, and Mark flexed his arm jokingly. Finally on the board. Kim clapped for him, laughing. "Okay, that one was fair. I'll give it to you." The scoreboard showed Kim and Jared, 2, Mark and Lisa, 1. Fallon raised his eyebrows. "We're heating up here." Next word. The password appeared, fashion. Kim didn't even wait for Fallon's cue. "Me." Jared instantly shouted, "Fashion." The room burst into laughter. Fallon doubled over. That might be the fastest guess in password history. Mark threw his hands up in mock surrender. "You can't compete with that." The band played a jazzy tune as Fallon teased, "Mark, man, she's destroying you." "Don't worry," Mark said, leaning toward Kim with a grin. "This next one's mine." The next password flashed, burger. Kim gave her clue, lunch. Jared thought hard. Salad. Mark chuckled darkly. Wahlburgers. Lisa screamed, burger. The crowd went wild, chanting, "Mark. Mark. Mark," while Kim laughed so hard she had to hold onto the podium. Fallon wiped a tear from his eye. Okay, that was smooth. You just plugged your own restaurant." Mark winked. "Hey, a man's gotta hustle." With both teams tied, the final round was announced. The last password, secret. Kim leaned in, whispering dramatically, "Diary." Jared hesitated, eyes squinting. "Private." "Nope." Mark's turn. "Code." Lisa smiled. "Password." The bell rang. The room exploded. Mark jumped up and fist bumped Lisa while Fallon shouted, "Team Wahlberg takes it." Kim laughed, shaking her head. Okay, that was fair. You earned it. Mark grinned at her. We'll call it a draw next time. Fallon held up the tiny golden mic trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kim Kardashian, Mark Wahlberg, and your amazing contestants. As the crowd cheered and the music played, Mark leaned toward Kim and joked, next time, we play Wahlberg vs. Kardashian, the rematch. Kim smirked. You're on. But I'm bringing my glam squad as my team. Fallon laughed into the camera. Don't miss it, folks. Because when these two face off, it's always primetime magic. The applause still echoed through the studio as the show wrapped. Jimmy Fallon waved to the cameras, shouting his signature line, "Good night everybody." The theme music played, and the red, on-air, light finally flickered off. The moment the cameras stopped rolling, Kim Kardashian exhaled and laughed, shaking her head. Okay, Mark, I'll admit, you totally killed it with that Wahlburgers clue. Mark Wahlberg grinned, tucking his hands into his jeans pockets. Hey, what can I say? When in doubt, promote the brand. Jimmy walked up to both of them, still giggling. You two might be my favorite matchup ever. That was hilarious. The chemistry, the competitiveness, it was perfect TV. Thanks, Jimmy, Kim said, smiling warmly. But I'm still demanding a rematch. Next time, I'm winning that golden mic. Mark chuckled, you sure about that? You might need to start training. Kim raised an eyebrow. Training? Mark, this isn't boxing. It's a word game. Exactly, he said, crossing his arms. Mental training. I've been doing puzzles every morning since 1992. Jimmy laughed so hard he nearly dropped his cue cards. Mark, you make even crosswords sound like a workout routine. As the crew began dismantling the stage props, one of the producers approached them. Hey, Fallon's Lounge is open if you guys want to grab a quick drink before you go. A little post-show celebration. Kim smiled. I'm in. Mark nodded. Let's do it. The lounge. 10 minutes later, the three of them sat in a cozy booth in the private lounge behind the studio. The walls were covered with framed photos of celebrities who had appeared on The Tonight Show, a glittering gallery of Hollywood moments. Mark sipped a sparkling water, while Kim stirred her mocktail with a straw. Jimmy leaned back, relaxed, his tie loosened. So, Kim, Jimmy asked, you seemed way too good at password. You've been practicing. Kim laughed. Let's just say I'm competitive. Doesn't matter if it's Fashion Week or a word game, I don't like losing. Mark leaned in. That's why you froze when I said, Wahlburgers, huh? Kim rolled her eyes. Please. I was just giving Jared a chance. Oh sure, Mark teased. A true act of charity. Jimmy grinned. You two should have your own show. Battle of the Brands. Every episode, a new challenge, password, cooking. Maybe even Jim versus Glam. Kim tilted her head. Jim versus Glam. You might be onto something. Mark smirked. I like that. I bring the weights, she brings the wardrobe. Perfect, Jimmy said. And I'll host. We'll make millions. Everyone burst out laughing, but for a moment, the laughter softened into something genuine. Two superstars from different worlds realizing they actually enjoyed the friendly rivalry. A behind-the-scenes bet. After a few minutes, a stagehand brought over the little golden mic trophy from the show. Mr. Wahlberg, Fallon wanted you to have this. Mark picked it up, inspecting the shiny prop. You know what, he said, sliding it across the table toward Kim, you take it. Kim blinked. Wait, seriously? Yeah, Mark said. You played great. And technically, you guessed more words. Kim smiled, genuinely surprised. That's actually really sweet of you. Don't get used to it, Mark said quickly. Next time, I'm not holding back. She laughed, clutching the tiny trophy. Deal. But since we're being nice, how about a little side bet for next time? Mark leaned forward. I'm listening. Kim grinned mischievously. Loser has to post an Instagram story saying the other one's there, idle. Jimmy nearly spit out his drink. Oh, that's evil. Mark groaned. Oh come on, Kim. You're setting me up to lose online. Scared, she teased. Mark pointed at her. You're on. But when I win, I'm tagging you with #JimBeatsGlam. Kim raised her glass. And when I win, I'll caption it #BrainsoverBiceps. They clinked glasses, sealing the bet as Jimmy laughed uncontrollably beside them. Later that night. As the night wound down, Kim's driver pulled up to the back entrance. She gathered her coat, smiling at Mark. "Hey, Wahlberg," she said softly, "you're actually kind of fun when you're not trying to win everything." Mark chuckled. "That's funny, because I was about to say the same thing about you." They both laughed, the rivalry now replaced with easy friendship. Jimmy watched them with a grin. "You two are ridiculous. But seriously, next time, we're doing a rematch live. Bigger audience. Higher stakes." Kim called back as she walked toward her car, and more clues about fashion this time. Mark shouted after her, "Only if we get some about action movies." The door closed, and the night air filled with laughter. Jimmy turned to Mark. "You know, you two might have just started something. People love that dynamic." Mark smiled thoughtfully. "Maybe. But for now, I'm just glad I beat Kim Kardashian on national TV." Jimmy shook his head, laughing. "Yeah, until she comes back next season and destroys you." Mark laughed, heading for the exit. "Let her try. I'll be ready." The next morning, the internet woke up buzzing. Clips from The Tonight Show had gone viral overnight. Hashtag Mark vs Kim was trending everywhere. Fans couldn't get enough of their playful banter. Memes flooded social media. Kim holding the golden mic with captions like, "Queen of Password," and Mark flexing next to it with, "The real winner." Kim posted a story. "Mike, had a blast with @MarkWahlberg and @Jimmy Fallon. Can't wait for the rematch nail care hashtag brains over biceps." Mark replied minutes later. "Biceps, next round coming soon. I'm bringing the dictionary this time. Hashtag Jim beats glam." Jimmy shared both posts with the caption, "TV Gold. The rematch is happening soon, stay tuned." Fans went wild in the comments. And somewhere in New York City, Kim and Mark both smiled at their phones, ready for round two, not just as competitors, but as new friends who knew one thing for sure: when Password turned into personality battle, everyone won.